phone. I'm like, woo.
You are on live. Give it a
Hey.
second to catch up.
Girl, yeah, so we went to he said I didn't tell what happened. So we called a few places, and everybody was full, girl. They were
Oh,
reservations were booked out. Girl, yes. Booked for today. But you gotta
right.
turn the light on because I can't see me. Thank you. Girl, yeah, everybody was booked out. So we wanted to go to the Sweet Sweet Georgia juke joint.
Yeah, I heard of
So it
that.
was it's temporary closed. So we were gonna go there. So it's temporary closed. Girl, even Houston was booked out.
Dang.
Houston's
Yeah,
girl, everybody is just booked out. Girl,
right.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Dang, Atlanta busy this weekend.
Girl, and I thought they were everybody be in Miami.
Right.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
So
but the
we got
hotel
three
here
people on right
is
now.
huh?
So we got 3 people on. I'm trying to see who's on so I can say what's up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everyone can see and hear you. How I was gonna say, how can I see? I probably have to go to YouTube on Beast phone to
Yeah,
see.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Hey, it's girls' night. What's
That's
going
what I'm telling
on,
you. We need to get that
everybody?
one. We can get us all together. Me,
Right.
Divine Earth,
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Tie, and just have one big women
Girls thing.
girls sleepover or something.
Man, everybody be in their pajamas.
Right.
That would be so cool.
That would be
Oh,
definitely.
there we go. Beast put it on his phone.
Is he on?
He, he said women with their scarves on.
That's the best way to do it. The
Right.
best way to do it.
Who on back? Hey, 3 people watching. Announce yourself.
Yes, say what's up. You got the ladies on
Right.
tonight.
You got Beauty on. You got Mrs. Oh, girl, I was gonna say Arvilla. You got Miss 40 Shades. Come on.
And you got Beauty. We
Is
hanging
your comment? Can you comment? Because B said he can't comment.
I see Mama Ryder on there. Talk to me, I'll talk back, she said.
Oh, well,
Hey,
there's something
Mama.
on the floors. Hey, Mama.
Yeah, she's on there.
Well, maybe he needs to go on and go off.
Yeah, you should be able to make comments because she's making comments right now.
Mm-hmm. What time is it there? Where
It's
you
on
are?
8:24 here.
Oh, okay. So it's 10:24 where I'm at.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
You
Yep.
East Coast, right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who said something else? Mama. Hey, Mama. She probably like, hi. This
She
is the only time I get to talk to you.
She is on. Well, while we started, because I don't want to hold my girl any longer, we are coming on to let you guys know this Monday, the 8th, me and Beauty have 2-part interview. 2-part that we want you guys to support us on. This is Beauty telling her life story. And if you guys think you know Beauty now, find out where she came from and what really driven her to where she is now. Because when I heard the story, I didn't believe it. And she's told me multiple times. So for her to tell me again and now to have us recorded so other women, other young girls can hear the same story and be inspired by it, I wanted her to come on and just mention a little bit about it. So when Monday drops, you can download the podcast, available on all platforms, Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon. I'm on Pandora. I think that's it. But Beauty,
Wow.
pick it up.
Woo.
Go ahead and tell us about the podcast.
I am super, super excited. I mean, it's kind of like getting over a little fear that I had, to come out and tell my backstory, of
Mhm.
where I came from. So it's exciting. So I don't want to give up too much of the story, like the superstars do.
Right, just a little bit, huh? Teaser.
Right. So you guys will know that when you listen to the background of my story, you may look at me a little different. So, like, for instance, like if I knew someone like me and I watch an interview that they had, I would be like, oh my God, I wouldn't be ashamed of my background,
Mhm.
being on the outside looking in. So if I wasn't Beauty, and then I seen Beauty in interview and I'd be like, oh my God, look how happy she is now, look
Right,
what she accomplished now, and then looking at Beauty, I wouldn't be scared, to go for what I want. Because maybe that person who's looking at Beauty either been through what Beauty's been through or is going through what
right,
Beauty has went through or has been through worse or not worse than what Beauty's been through. So
right.
I go, every woman who's looking to tap in and watch my interview. My
Yes,
first interview, not
yes.
only did I get over the fear of talking about it, but I got over the fear of being interviewed.
That's it. You have to start somewhere.
Right.
And what I like about your interview is that not only were you transparent about the whole situation, it's the how real you were, how passionate about it, how you had to dig yourself back out to get where you are. Because there's a lot of women that are out there that don't understand that just because you get stuck somewhere, it's not meant for you to stay there. You're supposed to be able to dig yourself off, dust yourself off, and find multiple ways to make your life better. Because I've heard,
Right.
a lot of my friends that get in a situation where they're with the baby's daddy for a long time, or they're in an abusive relationship, or they're just stuck, and then that's where they stay. They don't move any further because they don't have uplifting friends, they don't have a mentor, they don't have a coach, or they're too embarrassed to tell their story. So nine
Right.
times out of 10, they won't do anything at all because they're afraid to move. And with
Mm-hmm.
your story, you just basically just put it in perspective that no matter how you started is where you ended.
Right.
And you're here
Right.
to tell your story. And I hope when people hear this, and like I said again, y'all, it's a 2-part episode. So this Monday, the 8th, and then next Monday, the 15th. So make sure you guys listen to both of them to hear the entire story. But it's amazing. Like I said, Beauty, or if you've been watching her on YouTube for this long, hear the beginning and see where she's came from and see why she's so passionate about the stuff that she does. So
Right. Right. It's almost like a saying, if you knew me and knew where I came from, you wouldn't
right,
be upset of how happy I am today.
exactly. Isn't that the truth?
Right. It is. It is. And I just say, I know everybody get into that dark space
Right.
and, they pray, and prayer, it doesn't work. It's not like magic, it doesn't work as soon as you pray, but it does work. And once it start working, it's
Mm-hmm.
like God lets you know that he is listening to you,
Right.
and he's moving accordingly to you, so I advise everyone who's in a dark place, just keep praying that God is listening, because from that day, from the things I went through, I continue to pray today because I know that God is real.
Now, while I have you on here, um, what would you say to someone that's currently in the dark spot? What words of encouragement, if this is the episode that God had led them to right now, what could you tell that person right now?
First, that you're not alone. You're not alone. Do not give up. And God give his strongest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Right.
Like, I know it's easy said than done, but I really experience strong battles. So I just say, pray, please do not give up. if you have someone you can talk to, please talk to that person. It don't have to be two persons. It could just be one person that you can talk to. Get
Right.
it out. You know, um, just know that there's rainbow at the what is it? Rainbow at the end of the
Uh-huh.
tunnel.
That's it. That's
Um, like I said again, I know it's easier said than done, but just believe that you're not here. God didn't put you here to suffer. So whatever you're going through, it could be a testimony, you
right.
know. So even when I watch movies, you know, or hear or even read about people who went through things that I did and
Hmm.
they commit suicide,
Right.
you know, I feel like that could have been me, you know, but you're not supposed to commit suicide. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's like you're not supposed to kill yourself. So to me, I feel like it's a hard battle, but it wasn't hard enough for you to not get out of it. You can even, if you're going through something, you can kind of even start reaching out for help on hotlines.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
Right.
hotlines. Um, go it's shelters. And it's stuff like that that help women immediately.
Right.
And this is things that I didn't know. And because it happened to me, I didn't reach out to shelters. Like I was like sort of embarrassed. I was scared to talk about what I was going through. So I didn't even research. So you can research, you can look for hotlines that leads to shelters, and because you're not alone. I'm just saying you're not alone, because you will find out later that you're not the only woman that's going through it.
And the crazy thing that's for a lot of women, like you said, doing the research with society, and they make you feel like as women we're supposed to carry everything, we're supposed to do everything, we're supposed to know everything, and we don't. As mothers, we're trying to protect our kids, we're trying to protect our spouse, but then we don't protect ourselves. So it's like I want to use my platform where we can start motivating women and start encouraging women to get help, because the best love is self-love, especially
Right.
the month of February. People think it's just Valentine's Day, but you got to be able to love yourself out of a bad relationship. You got to be able to love yourself out of a bad job. You got to be able to love yourself just to say, I love myself. And that's what I've been doing for the month of February. Every morning that I get up, I go to the mirror and look at myself, flaws and all. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Right.
say nothing else besides thank you, God, for waking me up, the next thing I say is, I love you. I love
Right.
you. So it just makes it that much personal to me, because if nobody else says it, I want to let myself know, besides my mistakes, my struggles, my failed attempts, I'm still me, and I gotta love me. I'm with myself 24 hours a day, and if I
Exactly.
can support myself, if I can't heal myself, then what?
Right. I
So
mean, every day is a new 24 hours.
right,
So what you didn't accomplish yesterday, you can start trying to accomplish the next day.
mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter, like you said, it doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish.
Right,
Even if you're in that dark place and using that dark place just to cope with it and to get back on your feet, it's okay. Just don't stay there.
that's it. That's it.
Right.
And like I
Right.
said, everyone, please make sure you check the podcast, that episode out this Monday coming up, because like I said, she really is transparent. She talks about what she goes through, especially raising 3 young boys, and what she had to do to get herself out of that situation. And it's not always easy. I mean, like you said, you see it on the news that more and more, especially with domestic violence, women don't make it out, and so
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have the support. So hopefully this interview that we play in the next few weeks, that someone's definitely inspired by it. They can reach out to either one of us. If you're in a situation where you feel like you can't talk to anybody else, reach out to us. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, but don't feel like you have to be alone going through what your struggle is.
Right.
So,
Right. Right. And the best person to talk about something is the person who went through what you're going through. Because
right.
yeah, I can relate more.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I said, Michelle Michael said, I love y'all too, like I love myself. Hey, sis.
We love you too. I
We
can't
love
see
you
the comments,
too.
guys.
Yes, yes. And me and Beauty was just talking about this a couple of weeks ago, just getting us a whole bunch of women just getting together. Hopefully
Right.
when COVID is over and we can all meet up, do a slumber party, do a meetup, do something, just really hang out outside of the truck, and get to know each other on a different level, but mainly a support system, to help each other out. Miss Melinda Smith said this is a great platform for women. Thank you, Miss
Right.
Melinda. Hey, Miss Melinda,
Right.
that's Mr. Leonard's wife.
Hey. Right. It's a start. It's like we gotta start somewhere.
Yes.
Because I think, what we go through and what we live through, it's just a testimony for somebody who is going through it.
That's right.
And then for somebody to look at me and not know what I went through and like me for the person I am, and then find out what I went through, I feel like they'll like me more.
Right.
Like, oh my God, because some people they end up on alcohol and drugs and homeless and stuff like that, and it really takes a lot. It really takes a lot.
It does. So
And
like you said, it's just getting out. That's the main thing. Making sure you get out and you have the support you need to do
right.
so.
Exactly. I would love to help somebody. I promise. It was almost like back in the day, I wish that I could be a big sister, or mentor.
Right.
But my fear was just being interviewed, being interviewed or telling someone what I went through. It was almost like I'd rather listen to you than you listen to me.
Right.
That's how it was. So now you brought me out this shell where I could be interviewed and tell my story. And so I feel like, I'm going to be on the right track from this day on.
That's it. Like I said, just take one open door. And as soon as someone know that you've been through it, they're contacting you. And then you're looking, you're that person that's so personable. Like when I meet you, you're like automatically hugging somebody. You just off the bat, you don't hold back. So for people to see that, they're more like, okay, she's real down to earth. Because YouTube makes you feel like you see some of the bigger YouTubers like you guys, people be like, oh my God, there goes Beauty and the Beast. They see you guys and they're
right.
Then when they hear your story, like, oh my God, she's so real. She's a mom first, she's a wife, all this stuff. And it makes you more relatable. So I'm hoping that the interview not only reaches out to just the trucking community, but also people across other platforms and young girls that I can always reach out to you to get the same support.
Right. All colors, all ethnic groups.
Yeah, that's
all
it.
Women. It does not matter. And it wasn't easy getting to where I am today, but I got here and I am not letting go.
That's it. If he put you on a platform to speak, you got to speak.
Right. I think I just wrote in the memes, girl, because sometimes I be in my feelings like, God gave me this mountain to move to show other people that mountains can be moved. And they can. Yes, girl. I'm just like happy every day. Every day I wake up, it's just like, thank you, Jesus, for waking me up. And throughout the day, it's just like if I'm just telling God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because I could be a lot of places right now.
Isn't that? Yeah, that's the truth. I'm gonna read a Beauty real quick. I see Mr. Cool Breeze Trucking. Is this live? This is actual a podcast. If you go to Apple, Google Play, Spotify, Anchor, Amazon, Pandora, just type in A Second Chance at Life, and the podcast will drop this Monday, the 8th, and part 2 will drop on the 15th. So this is recorded, and you have to download it onto your phone or listen via computer.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to just listen to myself,
Yeah, it's nothing like hearing yourself, when you hear yourself for your first time, then you get over that fear. Like, I can do that. That was nothing.
Right. That's why I said I got to start doing more interviews that I can get over that fear of my life, because I'm more like taking pictures. I'm good. Texting or writing. I'm good. But verbally, I'll be like, Oh my God, I'm stuck. And I know I'm not the
Right.
only one. And I just be stuck. Like, okay, well, I'll give you a few words. Or on the phone when we talking. Beast be
Right.
listening. He be like, did you let her say one word? But when the camera is shining down on me, I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll be scared to let people into my world. That's, I think, what it is too.
Let's see. Lorcan Logistics says, "Hey, beautifuls, you are so awesome. 40 Shades has always been an incredible woman to me. I love to meet beauty. Hey." Matter of fact, I used to work with her. Her and her husband work with the same company we work with now, but they're an awesome couple. So I used to be their manager, and then we became owner operators together. So, hey,
how you doing?
Let's see. I see Mr. Cool Breeze Trucking. Wow, can you teach me to do all that? Ooh, beauty.
Do what? I mean, what is it? Look, I'm like, what is it that you want to do? Do you want to do what we're doing right now, the live that we're doing, a podcast, coming out your shell?
It's all that. And the one thing I can say trucking has afforded me this was allowing me to come out of my shell, to come on, YouTube, to do podcasts. Because when you do trucking, you have a lot of time behind the wheel. So it's like my ideas be going and going and going. And then I'm writing them down and I'm like, oh, this is a good idea. That's a good idea. But if I was a manager when I was working, I wouldn't have the time to say because I always had something going on.
Girl, I wish my thinking could go across the screen, without me talking. Because like you said, when you're driving, you're doing a lot of thinking. And if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget what I was thinking.
Right.
It's almost like going to sleep. I need a pad and the pen next to me because then I'll be like thinking something. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to remember it in the morning. And then I forget.
I got a pad. Yeah, I have to have one. Or my iPhone, I use the recorder and I just talk into my phone and it records at that moment. So much going on. Cool Breeze and all the podcast stuff. Yeah, that's the easy part, Cool Breeze. A lot of channels like Anchor, you can download on your phone. And they will help you set up the podcast, the art of it, to interview other people. So it's easy. I just happen to go on YouTube and just basically taught myself how to do podcasts.
That's cool. That is cool.
B said, "No, Cool Breeze, she can't teach you anything. This is for the women."
Yeah, I just feel like it's gonna get bigger.
Yes.
It's gonna get bigger, and then I just think more women, we are going to unite on here, and I just think that's what it should be because I think all of us have went through something.
Yes.
And I feel like all of us went through something to the point it's like it's at the end of being held in, so it's like, I can talk about this now. If she talks about that, I can talk about this.
Right.
Then I could say, oh my God, we start relating like I went through that too. And this is what I did, and then other women who's looking at it can be like, oh my God, I went through that. Look at them. Look what they're doing. So yeah, it's like a chain reaction. So I just really can't wait to us women out here unite.
Right.
And come together and get on this podcast StreamYard and just blow it up.
That's it. Especially with 2020, so much has happened. I mean, there's so many stories that people are talking about, losing their home, losing their job. There's so much hurt out there. And just having a platform for people to come to talk about, to get help is what it's all about. So,
right. Knowing that you're not alone. Period.
It. I'm all for it. I mean, I've always, even as a child, I've always loved self-development, woman empowerment, because it was always a passion of mine to help other women not go through the same things that I go through. And that's why I started my podcast, A Second Chance at Life, because I figure if I messed up, somebody else has messed up as well. But if I can use the same tools and tips and tricks that I use to get out, then I'm helping somebody else lessen the load or not hurt so bad to get out of it. So
exactly. And then you're starting to see more and more women from quarantine start coming out with different avenues and different things that's going on. And it's like, oh my God, I'm like, women power. I'm like, oh my God, it almost gives me chill bumps when I see women that's doing other things to create, a lane for other women.
Right.
It's just like, dang, that is just like so bomb. And when I be reading the comments, and people be loving on that woman,
Right.
because what she did and what she provided, I'm just like, I want to be her too.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
want to be that woman. I want to be her. So I'll just give it all up to the women who develop a lane for us other women during quarantine.
That's it. Yeah.
It's like they dug into the inner and bought it out.
Right. Yeah. And like you said, what better time than now? I mean, we all been like, we had to learn new things, learn something new from the normal of everyday life.
Exactly.
Create something new. And it's like, don't other women get tired of hating on other women. It's like, I can have the same thing you can have. She can have, they can have. And it's not about, oh, you can't eat at this table. We all can eat. We all provide for each other. We can all support each other. It's not about cutting the throat of the next woman to step up. I'm going to grab you to pull you up. I'm going to fix your crown when it's crooked. That's who I am. I don't have time to disrespect the next woman or hate on the next woman, because I believe God has given me more than enough for me to do what I got to do. I don't have time to hate. So it's like, let's bring these women out here, show support where we can. Instead of talking about it, why not be about it?
Right. Give a lot of virtual hugs, because I know a lot of women need it. Yes. And like you said, I'm all here for uplifting the next women, fixing the other woman's crown, just letting them know it could be done. Because it's some things that I've done and I'll be like, now if I did this, I know somebody else could do it, because sometimes I'm lazy, I'm a procrastinator, but I know I'll be like, man, if I did this and I got to where I am today with all this going on, girl, I'm so ready to help the next woman.
That's what it's about. Yeah, you give where you've been given, because our aunts and moms and stuff given to us, and now it's time for us to pass it down to the next generation.
Right.
There's no need to hold it in. So,
because I want to be that superstar in somebody's eyes.
You're a superstar in Beast's eyes. What are you talking about? You already a superstar.
He said, yes, you are.
Yes, you already are.
I be seeing a straight development in me every day. I be seeing a change just in my mind, how I carry myself, how I think, and I just be asking God for just more and more and more and more. I'm telling you, it feels so good. It just feels so good. So I'm just ready to just pour it all out and just give all that I got.
That's it. Now, like I say, if we can do this together, me, you, Divine Earth, and any other women, Michelle, not Michael, but Michelle, we can get together and come up with a community of women that, help and support each other, not only on the trucker side, but, just being out there here on YouTube or wherever, we can connect. That's what it's all about. So
it is.
Well, with that being said, I don't want to hold my girl long, because she's out there hanging out in the GA on a nice short vacay.
But just wanted to live in my best life.
I know, that's what I said. I don't want to hold
Right.
But I did want to make sure everyone got to see your beautiful face and hear that you do have 2 episodes coming up. So make sure if you're watching the replay this Monday, the 8th, and the Monday, the 15th, Beauty has 2-part episode about telling her life as a single mother and what she had to endure while trying to raise her boys. So it's an awesome story. I swear when you hear it, you're going to be like, I can't believe Beauty went through all of that and is still here,
Right.
Very motivating.
Smiling.
It's just like, wow. You'll look at her different, because you're like, oh my God, she went through all that. So
Right.
Monday it is. And I'll try to come back Friday if I can and see if you guys, how you guys like the interview. Give me feedback, what you guys are thinking on that. But
please do.
Give my sisters out there, because I know there's more sisters out there that got stories to tell. So if you're willing to tell them, please let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on my podcast. I would love to interview you. But today's my girl Beauty's Day. So make sure you check her out Monday the 8th and the 15th.
I can't wait.
So until next time.
Bye.
Later.
Peace.